Good evening, Hul Johar and Jai Bhim. I am Ishan Lal and I welcome you to the channel AMBEDKARNAMA GLOBAL. Today again we have with us Chandra Bhan Prasad. He is a well-established Dalit ideologue and I think that we met him in the previous video which was about Dalit capitalism. So the topic of our discussion today will be Dalit Phobia, a book published by Chandra Bhan Prasad in 2006. So sir, to start with, without much ado, what is Dalit phobia? What is the idea Dalit phobia?
Well, from my childhood, from my school days, I have heard good people saying that if Dalits are neatly dressed, if their homes are clean, we don't practice untouchability. This I have been listening from my early childhood. But then there is a counter narrative.
Right.
When Dalits get dressed well, they invite wrath of society. People become instantly upset.
Right.
And one of the greatest event that has been recorded in the modern Indian history is a bullock ride by Ayyankali in 1893 in Kerala. He dressed like Nayyars, an upper caste. In Kerala, the then Travancore, he was attacked.
Right.
He had taken bath. He had dressed up like Nayyars. He had a silken kurta, silken white lungi, and a headgear. He rode a bullock cart. The bullocks were very decently decorated. He was attacked. But he went ahead with his plans and then the attackers were defeated. Why? When an untouchable man is very neatly dressed, why are others upset?
Yeah, point of concern.
Then he organized a historic Kallumala event in Perinad in 1909.
Okay.
And there were thousands and thousands of Dalit women. They were invited to be part of that event where they will burn off their stone necklaces. That was a marker for a Dalit woman. And Dalit women were asked to bring golden necklaces to replace. Why? Gold is a beautiful metal. Why are some people upset? Because they are wearing, when they are wearing golden necklace. And then come down to modern times. During wedding seasons, you hear stories about Dalit groom riding horse and being stoned. In Gujarat, in Rajasthan, in Haryana, in some parts of Uttar Pradesh, Western Uttar Pradesh as well. Then there are stories from all over India. Dalit was beaten for wearing a white shirt. Dalit was attacked for riding a bullet bike. See, in society, in all the societies, in all the civilizations, there are violence.
Yes, there are.
There are enmities between individuals, between groups. But there is always a reason for that enmity, either business rivalry or property dispute or something else. But here is a situation where a Dalit who is just walking and laughing, enjoying music from his mobile, and he's attacked
Yeah.
by somebody who doesn't know even his name. He just knows that he's a Dalit.
Just by the virtue of his caste, he's attacked.
He has no interest otherwise, no business rivalry, no dispute, no property dispute, nothing, no neighborhood dispute, just because he's an untouchable. So I tried to figure it out, that why Dalits are feared. Phobia means some kind of fear.
Yeah.
So when a Dalit is a commoner
Yes.
and subordinate to somebody, he is not feared. When a Dalit becomes head of department, he now becomes a threat.
Then he's feared.
Then he becomes a threat.
Yeah.
When a Dalit becomes a collector, then he becomes a threat. There is to be a very popular IAS officer from Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Sonkar. He became collector of some district near Allahabad, and he thought of going to his village, riding the collector's ambassador car with the officials along. He was prevented from fellow villagers, the upper castes, and he was made to walk, deboard the car and walk to his house. So why is this fear? If you go back to Hindu Shastras,
Yeah.
Manusmriti for example,
Okay.
whenever you find a description of untouchables, the term untouchable is preceded by a term within bracket, fierce. Fierce. As now I read, I have just completed reading of Kautilya's Arthashastra.
Arthashastra.
Untouchables are always described as outsiders of the society. It becomes more explicit in Manusmriti. It is very clearly defined in Bhagavad Gita. Dalits a different social entity, and throughout the scriptures I am talking about, Dalits are a hate subject.
Yeah.
So, at some point of time, I believe, there must have been a massive clash of civilizations. I am not saying aggression of Aryans from some foreign country. Baba Sahab Ambedkar dismisses that theory.
Aryan invasion theory.
Yes, and he says Aryan is a linguistic term, not a race. Even in Buddhism, you see the term Aryan with respect. But some kind of social civilizational class must have been taken. Dalits are also described as Malecha.
Malech.
Malecha is a term for foreigners,
Yeah.
outsiders. So, though much has changed, India is a republic now. Britishers came, they caused some changes. Still, Dalits are feared. So, I have cited several examples in my book,
Yes.
and I have said this dislike, this hatred for Dalits has almost become it has become part of human personality. When I say human, that is Sudras and Vaishyas and Kshatriyas and Brahmins all put together. It has almost become a genetic problem. And I have proof for that. I have an imaginary party hosted at my house, and there are top scholars from Delhi who have gathered there for the party. Good food and good liquid food. While some have eaten and left, some are still arriving,
Okay.
some are just laughing, joking and enjoying. Meanwhile, a shabbily dressed man comes, presses the bell. I, the host, open the door, and that man is saying something to me secretly in a hushed voice.
I get it.
The other guest had just arrived, and he overhears, "Sir, by mistake, I have sent you dog meat. That's not a goat." Then this spreads. Those who were eating, enjoying the goat meat, some of them started vomiting. Those who had left learnt about the dog by mistake, dog being served in the evening's party at Chandra Prasad's house. They are vomiting a day after. Some had caught flight to Bombay. They learnt after landing there, after they have visited toilets and all those things. They are some of them are also vomiting. Then the case goes to Delhi Police Special Cell. They take samples, and some food department officials gather there. Then it is figured out that it was not a dog meat, it was indeed a goat meat.
Okay.
And then the butcher also says that it was by mistake, somebody made a prank on me and I told you that it is a dog meat.
Okay.
It was indeed a... So why did people start omitting? Because of some idea that dog meat is not eaten in this part of the world. Right? Suppose there is a gathering and anybody can do an experiment on this, that here is a plastic cobra, and to bring awareness amongst people about about snakes, that snakes are not our enemies, and somebody is explaining about cobra. First, the person is telling about the poison in cobra, the power of the poison, and if the bite is really deep, the time it would take for the victim to die. So people are listening, and he has declared that these are plastic cobra. I am saying, just throw at the crowd the plastic cobra.
And they'll start running.
And you see the reaction for a few seconds. Because for ages, it has been told that there is no medicine for a snake bite. If there is a serious snake bite, cobra bite, you are sure to die. So this has become part of your genetic system. Your permanent memory alerts you that there is a danger coming, and then you try to escape while knowing that it is a plastic snake. Then again I cite an example. You measure a person's electrical or some kind of currents in a human body, and there is a dance event going on, and the dancer is stripping.
Okay.
Then you measure the sensations in the man's body. Watch the same dancers in the dress of a gymnast. There is a event taking place, and there are gymnasts performing.
Okay.
Then you see the sensations in human body. Absolutely, completely two different kinds of reactions in your body. When the women are dancing and stripping, when the same women are in a gymnast's clothes. So there is enough proof to say that certain ideas become part of your genetics. Your psyche, your genetics.
Basic archetypes become.
So the hatred against Dalits has been injected into caste Hindu society, so much so that whenever a Dalit is seen as at a high seat, there is some amount of instant reaction, some phobic reaction in human body. So if a Dalit society has been told for generations that a Dalit with 40% marks becomes a doctor. A non-Dalit with 95% marks fails to get entry into a medical college because there is a reservation.
Yeah.
So it has become a genetic thing. So if somebody says that a Dalit has topped high school examination, really? Really? Are you sure? A Dalit is has become a pilot. He's going to command a flight. Really? Really? A Dalit has become a bodybuilder. Really? Really? So this hatred of Dalits is not a planned conspiracy against Dalits. So when a Dalit groom is riding horse on the day of his wedding, and the entire village comes and stones, the police has to protect. You must have heard the Kasganj story.
Yeah.
Where police stations, police officers from several police stations were called in to protect the Dalit groom who has declared that he will ride a
horse.
Not horse, buggy.
Okay.
So what was society losing? What were upper caste losing? He's a Dalit, he has hired a buggy, horse-driven cart, and he's enjoying life. There is a disco going on, there is music going on.
Yeah.
Society is unprepared, and it's not a conspiracy. It's there in the psychology. It erupts here and there. So that is my conclusion. So I thought I should put in words that how a Dalit person, as a successful person, is seen as a threat. not as an achievement.
So, sir, if I get you right, the idea imbibed in the book is that the problematic of modern Dalit phobia goes back to the ancient scriptures, and the same has been retold to the masses to such an extent that it has become a genetic problem of the psyche.
Of society, yes.
Yeah. So, sir, while reading about the book, I got to know that you have made several distinctions between castes, classes, etc. And the most striking distinction was the one which you made about Dalits and Shudras.
Yes.
So, sir, will you explain?
See, it is not me who has made this distinction. It is there in the distinction. Distinction is there in the society. And Baba Sahib Ambedkar rightly said, the main dividing line in the society, in this India, is between Dalits and non-Dalits.
Okay.
And Shudras are part of
Non-Dalits.
mass.
I think even Gandhi says that. Pancham Varg. He talks about the Pancham.
No, that's not relevant here, and that's not that I don't know. Gandhiji defends Chaturvarna system, as you are saying rightly. So, Shudras are part of the Chaturvarna order. That Baba Sahib Ambedkar knew it clearly, and he fought for scheduled castes, and later he added tribes into the list.
Yeah.
He had empathy for Shudras, but he knew that Shudras can be as ugly as upper caste.
Okay.
So, when a Shudra becomes angry at Dalit, he is likely to hit at your head.
Do the same things which the upper caste may do.
No, a Brahmin is unlikely to hit at your head. He will spoil your CR.
Okay.
He will spoil your character role so that you don't get promotion.
Okay.
If it is a Shudra, Lathi is a straight weapon.
Brute strength. Okay.
So, it's not my wish, or it's not that I am saying something. It is there in the society. I, as a commentator, is pointing it out.
Okay, you pointed it out as a commentator.
It would be a historic blunder to think that Dalits and Shudras are a common sufferer of a common enemy.
So you reiterated the views which were given back.
Yes.
Yeah. And sir, I think that this problem should be intertwined with the political regimes, because in India, Dalits are maimed and killed on a large scale every day. And still there is no addressal to the problem. And as Dr. Ambedkar has said, that no constitution is neither good or bad. It's the people who implement it. If the people are good, then the constitution is good. If the people are bad, then the constitution is bad. So how do you see this problematic in the context of India?
See, when you have a state system, you have a republic, you have a constitution, you have a rule of law. And to run that, there are people from this country who are running the system. So, how so educated a non-Dalit may be, he has no natural, instant empathy for Dalit.
Okay.
He has no natural empathy for Dalits. So, this is how society is, and there are evidences every day. There are evidences every day. When an Obama becomes president of America, as you might have seen on your TV screens, many white people start crying in empathy that we made them slaves. Now we have corrected some wrongs by electing a black as head of the strongest nation in this world. in India, this is not the case.
It is not. It is clearly not.
And as you were saying earlier, what is the solution to end this phobia?
Huh.
See, 15 years back, I had my own website. I couldn't continue. I think someone removed it. I was introducing myself as a self-trained social psychologist.
Okay.
I was introducing myself as a self-trained social psychologist. So, if you are phobic of snakes, for instance, what would a psychologist do? He would ensure a treatment for you where you are made to sleep with plastic snakes,
Huh.
snake toys, then with non-poisonous snakes. So your fear of snakes will slowly and slowly go away, might go away. So if there is a situation where thousands and thousands Dalits become capitalists and hire upper caste men and women, including Shudras, as their workers, pay them well, use their talent. So if it goes on for 2-3 generations, that their employer is a Dalit, then that deep association, Dalit as an employer, non-Dalits as an employee, may drastically remove that fear of Dalits, that we thought of Dalits as a man with aggression, a person will drink, will take only hard drink, he will laugh loudly, he will get overdrunk, and he would be a threat to the dignity of our women. If the society finds Dalits as their employers, very good people, Dalits as head of department, Dalit as a police station in charge, Dalit as a collector, Dalit as a superintendent of police. So this long drawn training under Dalits will be, to me, the answer of fighting this disease of Dalit phobia.
All right. And so, probably the last question of the interview, or the discussion, that linking this problem of Dalit phobia to the economic side, to Dalit capitalism. So, sir, is it that Dalit capitalism is a prelude to eradicate Dalit phobia, or eradicating the Dalit phobia is a prelude to achieve Dalit capitalism, or both processes go hand in hand?
Both will go hand in hand, and if further explanation of Dalit capitalism would show by Nobel level economists that Dalit capitalist is less likely to hold back cash in home, because he has so many requirements that he has not experienced in the history.
Yes.
So he will keep spending. A Dalit capitalist, he or she, will keep spending the money, and money will keep going back to the market.
Okay, okay, okay.
So Dalit capitalism is not only good to the society and not only good to the Dalit only, it is good to the economy, because the revenue Dalit capitalism is generating is going back to the market time and again. So it is good to the health of economy as well.
It strengthens the economy.
Yes, it strengthens the economy. So that's my well thought of pill for the ills of society, that is Dalit phobia.
Okay, okay. So if I understand correctly, it's that you should achieve Dalit capitalism first, then eradicate the problem of Dalit phobia, and then only liberty will come to you, after which you will achieve equality, paving the way for fraternity, which will further pave the way for the achievement of the slogan Ambedkar has given: liberty, equality and fraternity. And as Karl Marx has said that, proletariat of the world, you have got nothing to lose but your chains. I'd like to say that Dalits of Indian society, you have got nothing to lose but your disguised slavery, which is rooted in the psyche of the people. So that was the end of our discussion, and he's Chandra Bhan Prasad.
Thank you,
the well-established Dalit ideologue.
I loved really speaking on this topic after a long, long time.
That was evident. That was evident. And yeah, request to you that subscribe the channel AMBEDKARNAMA GLOBAL if you haven't subscribed it yet. And we'll meet in the next video. Thank you. Jai Bhim. Good night.